Spending just a few minutes to check your rate could save you money. Plus, when you sign up for pay-as-you-go billing, your premium is based on your actual payroll, not an estimate. So your workers' comp audit experience is simplified. See how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi, or get a quote at trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Former Navy SEAL Sean Ryan shares real stories from real people from all walks of life on the Sean Ryan Show.
3 years ago today, we kicked off the first show, and since then, we have hit number 55 overall out of over 8 million podcasts. I think we spread a very positive message here on this platform, and we're going to continue to do that. Me and the team at Vigilance Elite just want to wish you the best.
The Sean Ryan Show on YouTube or wherever you listen.
Do you need a car? Been shopping only to be turned down because of bad credit, low credit, no credit, bankruptcy, or divorce? Guess what? Today's your lucky day, because now you can buy a car. No credit? Doesn't matter. Bankruptcy or divorce? It just doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, your job is your ticket to your new vehicle. We're Auto Credit Express, and we've helped thousands of people just like you. Antonio H. told us, great company, got me connected, and the day I went in, I drove off in the car I wanted. 100% worth your time. Need a car? Get started now, and drive off as early as today. Just text APPLY NOW to 88909 right now to get started. That's APPLY NOW to 88909. Auto financing the easy way. Text APPLY NOW to 88909.
Feel like to file with TaxSlayer and get your guaranteed maximum refund? It feels like the last level of a video game, facing off against the final boss who stands between you and your refund.
All your refund is belong to me.
Using the power of TaxSlayer like a secret power-up each step that's becoming.
Only the most confident can defeat me.
Throwing your laptop to his video game face and watching him tumble into a giant pile of shiny coin tax refunds.
Not fair. You use TaxSlayer.
Save up to 80% when you file with TaxSlayer. Start for free. Day one, the hardest day. The day you hear. I have blood cancer. But day one is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one. On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for care. I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up. To learn more and get help on any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572.
Furnished by LLS.
This truck is fucking trying to hit me. This fucking truck, I swear. I hate truckers. They are the worst drivers too.
rewriting our rules going forward if he chooses to use Facebook and Instagram again.
I don't see any signs the risk has gone down. In fact, some of his posts on Truth Social are disgusting, racist. Although there's no change, so this is just about money, and also the fact that there's no accountability.
You guys, Danny was really on the air complaining about it. Yeah, man. Media puts in there. Yeah, about Margay of the Washington Post. I have one. Yeah. Then you complain about Donald Trump being bad, and then you get to cover Donald Trump being bad, which makes you as happy as pie.
Ultimately, these social media platforms don't, they're just not held to the same standards that news organizations are. And that is the central conflict, that is the central tension. I don't think that has gone away. I continue to believe, I have a lot of concerns about that. And, you know, look, Donald Trump's reaction was to mock them anyway.
So, you know, this is going to be fun to watch for the media. They will make more money off of this. Meanwhile, the person who they're really scared of is DeSantis, pretty obviously speaking. In sort of a fascinating development, Ron DeSantis now called for a change at the RNC one day before the re-election vote for Ron Romney McDaniel, who has now presided over 3 consecutive election losses for Republicans who cheated poorly in 2018, in 2020, and in 2022. He's trying to run for re-election again. He's running against Harmeet Dillon. Disclosure, Harmeet Dillon was our lawyer. Eric Eason filed against the Biden administration to remove the OSHA vax mandate. So I like Harmeet. I think Harmeet would make an excellent head of the RNC. Apparently, so does DeSantis. According to NBC News, in an interview, the conservative-leaning outlet in his home state, Florida's Voice, DeSantis spoke positively about McDaniel's top challenger, Harmeet Dillon. Said, I think we need a change. I think we need to get some new blood in the RNC. I like what Harmeet has said about getting the RNC out of D.C. We need some fresh thinking. McDaniel has held the RNC since the beginning of Trump's term in the White House, while he endorsed for previous elections. This time, Trump stayed out of the race, telling Breitbart last year, I like them both. I think that McDaniel is the incumbent is favored to win another term chairing of the RNC, and there are a lot of questions about how much McDaniel is in, for example, Trump's corner. He's going to bias the RNC process in favor of Donald Trump, considering he's a big backer of her the first time around. McDaniel is currently having the endorsement for more than 100 members ahead of Friday's vote. He needs support from 85 on a secret ballot to win another term. Dillon right now has public support from at least 32 members of the committee. As I said before, I don't think you get to lose as many elections consecutively and retain your job. It is sort of fascinating, however, the internal politics of the RNC. According to the New York Times, there has been some movement away from Donald Trump, even within the RNC, among those who back Romney McDaniel. 168 members of the RNC are gathering in Southern California to select their own leader on Friday. Interviews this week with 59 of them. More than one-third of the committee's membership found too eager to crown Trump their nominee for a third term. While they praised his policies and accomplishments as president, many expressed 76 temperament and ability to win a general election, often in unusually blunt. Mac Brown, chairman of the Republican Party of Kentucky, said this isn't 2016, people have moved on. Jonathan Barnett, a NC member from Arkansas who claims to have been the first member of the committee to endorse Trump's 2016 campaign, said the party would benefit from its nominee being forced to navigate a crowded primary field. Barnett said, I've been a supporter of Trump in the past, I just think we need choices this time. We've got to look at all of our options. Obviously, Trump is hoping to crowd out the field. That is very unlikely to happen. Already, Nikki Haley has strong signals that she would like to run for president of the United States. Again, she was his UN ambassador, and she was a 2-term governor of South Carolina. A strong candidate. Ron DeSantis is very likely to throw his hat into the ring. He's termed out as governor of Florida. He's done an excellent, very popular in his home state, which is a swing state. He's very popular nationally as well. And you can see the media. They're ratcheting up the panic with regard to DeSantis in particular, because DeSantis is the one who's pulling the best against Trump right now. So, for example, Don Lemon is turning that spinal tap speaker all the way up to 11. Here he was yesterday that Donald Trump, that Ron DeSantis and the rest of the Republicans across the nation, they're trying to ban books. It's like the 1950s again, to be gay black man on national television.
Another challenge brought up by one of the school board members, the definition of age appropriate. You define what is age appropriate in this vetting process. I reached out to the governor's office as well as the Department of Education with that very question, and we have not a response.
I feel like we're going back. I feel like I'm watching a bad version of like Pleasantville, where I don't get what's happening. It feels like the 1950s all over again with like book banning. This is cancel culture from people who are, I guess they just want our kids to be ignorant and to control the teachers.
I love this stuff. I love it so much. So Don Lemon is a gay black man on national television complaining that we now live back in the 1950s. I've noticed that he's, for the third time, a gay black man on national television. If this were the 1950s, I have a feeling that would not be a thing that is happening right now. More on this in just a moment, but first, if you own a business, it's been a bumpy ride for the last couple of years, from the pandemic to inflation to incipient recession. I'm sure that you could use a break. Innovation Refunds can help you out. If your business has 5 or more employees, eligible to receive a payroll tax rebate of up to $26,000 per employee. Not alone, there's no payback, it is a refund on your taxes. The challenge is, how do you get your hands on it? How do you cut through the red tape, get your business the refund money? Well, you head on over to getrefunds.com. Their team of tax attorneys are highly trained, well-known payroll tax refund program. They've already returned $1 billion to businesses, and they can help you too. They do all the simply share a percentage of the cash they get for you. Businesses of all types can qualify, including those who took PPP, nonprofits, even those that had increases in sales. Find out if your business qualifies. Just head on over to getrefunds.com, click on Qualify Me, answer a few quick questions. This payroll tax refund is only available for a limited amount of time, so you need to get started right now. Don't miss out. Head on over to getrefunds.com. That's getrefunds.com, GETREFUNDS.com, getrefunds.com to start saving money today. Also, you seem to control what happens in the classroom, because free speech is not the chief issue in the classroom. What's taught to your kids is the chief issue in the classroom. That school libraries are not, in fact, free speech zones. You don't get to view pornography in the school library. For example, Elman seems incapable of actually understanding any of that, but it's the panic level that really is the great indicator. So if people on the right are looking at who are the media actually panicked by, the answer is they're absolutely panicked over on. And the reason for that is because DeSantis has been extraordinarily effective as governor of Florida. I can't stress it enough. I moved to Florida away from California. One of the reasons is politics. California has become a blue hellhole. Ron DeSantis' Florida is red as blood. He won by 20 points. There's a supermajority of Republicans in the legislature. The entire state is in complete disarray, and he is winning battles one day at a time. Is Governor DeSantis. By the way, the winning right now is his plan on Monday to put out a plan to pass a teacher's bill of rights and spend $1 million on teacher pay in the coming school year. Strong tack. 1 is going to break the teachers' unions, and 2 is going to pay the teachers more. That is just, it's good policy making. If you want to draw good teachers, you pay them more. If you want to break the teachers' unions, you offer people the possibility of good pay for good work. That's what Ron DeSantis is doing in Florida right now, and the left is counter. According to the Wall Street Journal, the funds will bring the total the state has spent on teacher salaries to more than $3 billion from 2020 to 2024. They're also lifting the minimum salary to more than $48,000, 8th highest among states according to the NEA. Addressing a classroom in a Jacksonville school, the governor said the money would help ward off a teacher shortage. The nationwide average, she said, is 3 vacancies for every school. Florida has kept the average openings to about half of that level. The plan devotes just as much attention to making sure teachers get the full benefit of their pay raise. It proposes a policy known as paycheck protection, which blocks the school from extracting members on behalf. So he's giving teachers back more money at the same time that he's fighting the teachers' union. He's actually forcing teachers to teach curricula that parents would like to see them teach. This has all been having a on how teachers are actually teaching in the state of Florida. According to the Washington Post, quote, teachers are changing their lessons amid increasing scrutiny from parents and a raft of state laws and school policies that circumscribe lessons on race and gender, according to one of the first nationally representative studies of the subject. To which I say, good, you're doing a crap job. It's time for you to actually re-examine what you are teaching students in the classroom. I don't want your woke TikTok garbage being taught to small students. How about this? How about you actually consider what you're teaching and whether it is worthwhile being taught to students? It's so funny. You hear people and look like, do you want teachers to be fearful in the classroom of saying things that might get them fired? Yes, that is exactly what I want. Everyone else is. It seems to me that when you are teaching the most vulnerable members of society, you should every day fear that you're going to teach them something that is wrong and incorrect. Careful people. It shouldn't be that the least careful people are in charge of classrooms. Of course you should feel like parents are looking over your shoulder. Of course you should. The parents are delegating their power to their child to you for this time in the day. That does not mean that you have irrevocable power. It does not mean that you get to throw overboard whatever you think the parents believe. That's not how any of that works. I am so glad this is happening. Teachers should have in the back of their mind, am I violating the law? For example, the findings that draw on data gathered during the latest American Instructional Resources Survey, which RAND has administered each spring since 2019. In the last iteration, RAND surveyed 8,000 educators on teaching English, math, and science, and analyzed 1,500 open-ended responses from teachers. The report says our data suggests that limitations placed on how teachers can address contentious topics may be leading to consequences for teachers' working conditions and for student learning. Teachers describe working in conditions filled with worry fear. Good. I want you to be anxious. Before you put up the Black Lives Matter and the Private Progress flag in your third grade classroom, I would like for you to think twice about that. I would like for you to be nervous about that. What I don't like is when my kid is nervous and anxious because they don't know what left-wing gobbledygook is going to be stuffed into their head by you. You're an authority figure, but that authority is absolutely removable. It is amazing to me that there are so many people who believe that the comfort of the teachers comes before the education of the students. The new report comes during intense political, cultural, and legislative battles over what students should learn about race, racism, U.S. history, gender, and sexual orientation at schools. A Washington Post analysis found that as of late 2022, legislators in 45 states have passed 64 laws across the past 3 years, restricting what teachers can say and children can do at school. Laws limiting instruction on race, racism, and history made up 28% of the total. 14 pieces of legislation have passed in at least 18 states. Laws circumscribing instruction on gender identity, sexuality, and LGBTQ plus minus divided by sign issues accounted for 23% of the total, with 15 such laws having been passed in 8 states. At the same time, individual school districts have begun passing policies restricting education on similar topics, barring books by and about LGBTQ plus minus divided by sign, happy face emoji, sad face emoji, crying, laughing emoji, individuals and people of color, and increasing parental and administrative oversight of the titles chosen for. Meanwhile, U.S. adults are losing their confidence in the public school system. Well, yes, that is why these restrictions are happening, and the restrictions are good. And it's been Ron DeSantis leading the way on that. Ron DeSantis is also leading the way in another contentious in just one second. But first, we all hope we'll never need life insurance, but the simple fact of the matter is that we are all going to die. And this means that probably at some point in the future, your family is going to need to make up for lost ground if, God forbid, you are taken too soon. Mortgage payments, childcare, other expenses, they don't just disappear after you die. Life insurance through your workplace might not offer enough protection for your family's needs. It's not going to follow you if you leave. It typically gets more expensive as you age. Now would be the time to buy. Policy Genius gives you a smarter way to find and buy the right coverage for you and your family. Policy Genius was built to modernize life insurance. Their technology makes it easy to compare life insurance quotes from top companies like AIG and Prudential in just a few clicks to find your lowest price. With Policy Genius, you can find life insurance policies that start at just $17 per month for $500,000 in coverage. And Policy Genius has licensed agents who can help you find options that offer coverage in as little as a week and avoid those unnecessary medical exams. You're not incentivized to recommend one agent. Trust their guidance. There are no added fees. Your personal information is private. I've got life insurance. You should have life insurance as well as first. PolicyGenius.com. Get your free life insurance quotes. See how much you could save. Your loved ones deserve a financial safety net, and you deserve a smarter way to find and buy it. That's PolicyGenius.com. Alrighty, coming up, there are more areas where Ron DeSantis is declaring a position in the culture war. These are smart fights. The Ben Shapiro Show.
We all want to eat healthy, but have you ever read the ingredients list off of your favorite snack? Between the hard-to-pronounce ingredients and man-made additives, it's difficult to find anything made from real, natural ingredients. Even some of my favorite organic snacks have ingredients I haven't heard of. At Balance of Nature, we know the value of real nutrition that can only be found in real food. That's why the only things you'll find on our ingredients list are real whole fruits and vegetables. No additives, fillers, or artificially of any kind. Balance of Nature is the best whole fruit and vegetable product on the market, delivering your body everything it needs to function at its very best. Eat better and feel better. Start your journey to better health. Call 1-800-246-8751 or go to balanceofnature.com to get free shipping. And don't forget to get 25% off your first preferred order by using discount code KSSO. Managing your online presence takes time, effort, and expertise. It can overwhelm even the savviest business owner. So, meet Cumulus Boost. We're experts at boosting the online presence for businesses of every type. Easily find you and really like what they find. Your website, online listings, consumer reviews, and more. Cumulus Boost. Online at cumulusboost.com. CUMULUS Boost.com.
Major deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. He sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself.
For many military veteran caregivers, their caregiving journey starts early.